President Trump saying there on ABC that he hopes the investigations of his former rival are now over. Jason Chaffetz has been doing a lot of the investigating. He's live from the Republican retreat now in Philadelphia. And, sir, thank you for your time and coming back here on America's Newsroom. Answer that question. Is the probe over of Hillary Clinton?
Well, we never specifically were probing just Hillary Clinton, but we are looking at the mess that she created at the State Department. I would remind people that the State Department itself still has an open investigation. One of the things we need help from the Trump administration is to get all the documents that we need in order to come to this conclusion. State Department, the FBI, the Department of Justice, the Veterans Administration, the IRS. These are all big major agencies where we do have investigations open. They have been slow walking us, and if the bureaucracy thinks that they're just going to kind of get away with it by running out the clock and a change in administration, they've got another thing coming from at least the House of Representatives. So we can accelerate this process by getting an administration to give us the documents.
The probe is not over then, or probes as you describe them then.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's about justice. It's not about any one particular person. The House has a lot of equities in this that we want to see, and that's what this committee has done since 1814, and I'm not going to let up on the pedal. It didn't start because of a political election, and it's not going to end because of a political election.
Last week on Inauguration Day, you put out a picture on Instagram, and it was a picture of you shaking hands with Mrs. Clinton, and the caption read the following: "So please, she is not the president. I thanked her for her service and wished her luck. The investigation continues." So there's the answer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I give her huge credit for showing up at somewhere I'm sure it was very difficult to be. I did thank her for her service. I did wish her the best of luck, but that doesn't mean the investigation's over just because Donald J. Trump was sworn in as the President of the United States. That's just not the way it works.
Was that interaction as fast as it was described in that caption, or was more said, Congressman?
No, it was... You know, it was all of 8 or 10 seconds or so, and she was very gracious. Like I said, I give her great credit for that. But the investigation continues. There are still a lot of unanswered questions. The quid pro quo, the hiding of documents at the State Department that showed up in the 302, the FBI interviews. We don't have literally tens of thousands of documents that we still need, and how is it the classified information got to a non-secure setting? We started this because the Inspector General said that there was a problem, and that still has not been resolved.
Let's move to today right now. What is on your mind? What do you want to hear from President Trump today? What's today all about, sir?
Well, we have a chance here with unified government. We got to tackle big issues: tax reform, Obamacare, the immigration issues, national security. We have Theresa May, the Prime Minister, coming in, one of our greatest allies, the British. We do have a special relationship so it's a lot for us to consume, but we have got to actually pass legislation to make a difference for the American taxpayers. They want a more efficient, effective government. That's what we need to deliver on, and that's what we've got to be unified in getting done and over the finish line.
Paul Ryan said repeal Obamacare perhaps in March, and he said a revamp of the tax code perhaps by the end of summer. Does that schedule sound right to you?
Yeah, it's an ambitious schedule. The Speaker laid out a Gantt chart showing the timing. The House can move much swifter than the Senate can. They've got a lot of arcane rules that slow them down. They're also going to be dealing with a Supreme Court nominee and a host of other people that need Senate confirmation. So we have a very aggressive schedule. We need to be on the same page because we're going to walk, chew gum, and do some other things all at the same time.
Okay, Jason Chaffetz, thank you for your time. President Trump is there today.
Thanks,
a bit later, and Theresa May, as you mentioned, there as well. Thank you, sir. We'll look for headlines from Philly. Shannon.
Thank you.
Well, the president is promising to step in if Chicago cannot get a handle on crime.
Chicago is a great city, can be a great city. It can't be a great city if people are shot walking down the street for a loaf of bread.
Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel responding to the president's threats to send in the feds. We're going to talk about it with the former superintendent of the Chicago Police Department.
Also, the world remembering a television icon, Mary Tyler Moore's famous co-stars, honoring her legendary career in their own words.
Your insurance company won't replace the full value of your totaled new car. The guy says, "You picked the wrong insurance plan." "No, I picked the wrong insurance company.
With new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car, plus depreciation.